We are 3 workout partners, drank enthusiasts, bullshit talkers, and soul sisters.
Yes, queen. Our goal in life, world domination.
Duh.
But for now, we'll spend our time with you, laughing and encouraging. We want to lift people up and hopefully motivate you to get your ass to the gym.
We aren't PC, no holds barred. We also aren't professionals. We talk about everything, everyone, and shit, sometimes nothing at all.
This is our real life.
Can you keep up?
Impressed with Villa Maya's food.
I thought you guys liked it. That's why I said let's go there.
I like going there to drink.
The only thing that
I drink anything.
I just get quesadillas.
That's all Bryce
the
gets.
appetizer.
I don't.
That's what I eat at Rio. That's all I eat there.
And it's funny because I don't really like their guac.
And
how do you mess up guac? We're recording.
Okay.
But I like their fajitas.
Fajitas?
But how do you mess up a fajita?
But I'd rather go to Mi Rancho.
Oh, I don't
Even
like
Uncle,
Mi Rancho.
Uncle Julio's, I prefer
Uncle
that.
Julio's, you have to wait forever.
Yeah, we go at odd times.
Yeah.
I mean, when we know we're going there, we try to
Their
go.
quesadillas are the best.
Yeah. They even got this new, like, Mexican bowl. You know how, like...
there last week.
I don't know. I saw it on the news. On a commercial.
I missed it.
So I've been kind of itching.
Itching and scratching?
Itching to go down, get me a drink.
I love a drink. They made me a watermelon margarita. So that was the special last week. So they made me a watermelon margarita, but not at Uncle Julio's.
Oh, okay.
But not frozen, just a total fresh with all that muddled watermelon. Oh my god, it was the best fucking drink.
Was it?
Oh, it's so good. I don't like I like frozen margaritas. He's like, no, trust me, this way is better.
Did he put the stuff on the rim?
Sugar, yeah.
No, your stuff. Tagine.
Ooh, I wish.
So the Real Housewives of Orange County, they get their margaritas with tagine on the
that would be good.
Rim.
That would be actually delicious because I don't like
funny.
salt on mine. That would be fantastic.
Oh, I like the salt with but Bryce loves that tagine stuff. Loves it. He puts it on everything.
Everything. It's so good.
I put that shit on everything.
He puts that shit on everything.
Phil does too?
Phil does too. Like we'll cook tilapia or something like that.
Oh yeah,
he throws it on tilapia. He puts it on everything.
It's the best stuff. Are you out? I'll buy you some more.
We're getting close. Yeah,
you should be because it's been a while. I feel like. Yeah, I gotta to the Chinese store because I'm all out too. I'm all out. They have a big ass.
Yeah, if you go, I'll give you money for it.
It's like this big that you could fucking.
Ooh, really?
Well, in watermelon season, I go through the whole thing, but during the year, I won't.
Season. Yo,
you should try it.
Sister.
Try what?
On your rim. Do
on
a
your rim
job with
on
it.
your rim.
That sounds real interesting. Like.
So, do we want to talk about your idea, or should we not tell people what your?
Oh
idea
yeah, we
is?
can't tell anybody about that. But I'm like legit doing that. I think that would be so.
What steps do we need to take to get this?
TT's
idea?
got a new idea for a business like thing.
I have
it's about
a
dicks.
friend who is a patent attorney in California.
I don't know if you could patent that. It's really expensive to patent something.
What do you need in order to get it on the
So
shelf?
I've got to get a graphic designer first.
We need a graphic designer just to turn our logo into a. What did I call it? What does it have to be?
Animated?
No, with the background, not invisible. Yeah.
Anyway, if you find a graphic designer for
go back to the one that we used for our logo.
Okay, well then we need to go back and ask him to make it a certain way so we can do t-shirts. Anywho, go on. Graphic designer.
Anyway, I need a graphic designer. Yeah, so I wish Randall could do it. She doesn't have enough time and she'll take forever, so I can't come down on her.
Next step.
So, graphic designer is needed, but the dicks are needed. We need like really clear, visible, interesting dicks.
Actual dicks, or are we talking like cartoon dicks?
Fuck, man, no. Real dicks.
I don't understand.
We need pictures of dicks.
Remember,
like you're gonna,
no. Didn't you look at the website she sent
code.
where the photographer lady took pictures and dressed up all the dicks?
That was hilarious. Was it the same dick? I wasn't even sure.
No, because some were black and some were white and some were.
I didn't even notice a black one.
Because you didn't notice the black one? That was
Was that Kanye?
That was Kanye.
Okay, but wait.
I can't believe I looked at it that close.
I'm trying not to give away too much of your idea, but did these things come out, or do you just like look
It's
at
not
them?
a 3D dick.
It's
You
gotta
can't
be
suck on it
3D.
afterwards.
What?
I thought it may be because a lot of these things are like candy. Or
Yeah, well, I
something.
thought we'd have little
Ooh,
chocolate
dicks.
chocolate dicks.
Okay,
And
wait,
then-
no, yeah, we can, but this is good.
Right? I
We
think
need
it's
to bring
so
All right,
good.
so we need that. What else do we need?
We have to get the graphic designer. That's the main thing. We've got to get dicks. We've got to get there's easily
Why don't we
a dick
contact
mold.
the remember
dick-
the dick
1-800
people, 1-800
dicks?
send a dick or whatever that was. We found?
Yeah, but we don't want to pay them for it.
Okay.
There's chocolate
so
molds.
we need a mold.
I'm sure there already is one. A very small
And then
chocolate
we're-
mold.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we're
Oh, there's tons of
Right.
those.
So the mold is done. So we will make chocolate dicks. We need
something
more
to hold
dicks.
it. So,
You got to get a
so
prototype.
here's our list of things we need: a graphic designer, dicks, a chocolate mold, and more dicks.
And
That's-
somebody to hold
right.
the dicks.
What about something to put the dicks
Well,
in?
that's the graphic designer. Has to design the
You need,
piece.
like, a box.
Yeah. Has to be
A
designed.
box to put the dicks in.
Dick in a box.
Dick in a box.
And so then some of them, when you open it, there isn't a dick.
Don't
It's-
give too
it's
much
just
away.
It's a little saying. It's a little something. Yeah.
What is the saying?
We'll come up with something.
Oh, I've got some already. I'll share them with you later.
Anyway,
I
see,
think
this
will
is
be
what
great.
happens when we get ideas. We have to brainstorm.
6 a.m.
Yes.
I came up with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by 6:45, we knew about it.
Yes.
I couldn't.
Pictures.
I was like, whoa.
This is where we get our best
genius.
ideas. This
But
is how
we have to move fast.
Well, it can't come out this year. I need it to be so right. It has to be for
Someone
2020.
else is gonna have it. Someone else will
Ma'am,
have it.
how come they haven't had it already? There might be one, actually. I didn't look.
But anyway,
I feel
we
it's
will
happening.
figure that out
It's happening.
because this is what we do.
Yeah. Well,
This drink is good. Did
You
you,
like it?
try it?
I've tried it.
I like it. Malibu's Caribbean rum with coconut liqueur fuzzy. Oh, it's not fuzzy. It's fizzy. Fizzy
Or fuzzy.
pink lemonade, sparkling premixed drink. Malibu's just getting on board of these little cans
Yes.
with
Yep.
cute things, and I'm here for it, Malibu.
Yeah.
who's it by?
Malibu.
It was funny the first time.
It was.
So good job, Malibu. I like it.
And the cans are cute.
Cans are cute and they're little.
I do like
you can
a little
stick
can.
it in your purse for when your child has soccer practice or a football
See, I
game.
should have brought this to you sooner.
You should have.
I'm a
But
bad,
you keep
bad
ignoring our requests
bad
for
friend.
alcohol at softball doubleheaders.
I had to put my spider web on the outside of my house.
What? Oh, I get it.
Halloween.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah.
So our wad for today.
Tell us about it, Lisa.
I just told us about the drink.
Oh,
Word.
okay. I will do the wad.
Excuse me, you disgusting
Damn.
pig.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's me.
Why would you think I would do that?
No. She
No, I was looking at her.
Oh.
said, yeah, it was me.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
never do that on the air.
So this week, one of
Was.
our wads was part 1 of 2, but it was a doozy. Doesn't sound like it on paper, but it was 7 rounds of 3 deadlifts, heavy weight, 10 TRX rows
With
on one leg,
one leg, right.
one-legged, and then I switched. Did you switch legs?
I switched.
Like
and
every
one
10.
leg was very difficult.
My
And
left
one
leg.
I fell over to the side.
That was the hardest part, was the balance.
the
balance.
The balance.
I was balanced.
And then
She's never balanced.
no,
I'm a
That-
100 balanced.
hells no. And then a 50-meter farmer carry heavy.
By the by, I don't see one on the market.
Okay, but the hardest part about this, Lisa,
Yeah.
the grip.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You handed me the adult-sized kettlebell. I tried, and my sad little hands
You did it
couldn't
once,
do it.
though.
I did
You
it
did
once,
it.
and I was like, I'm gonna drop it. And
But you
I
didn't.
didn't. I made it back, and then I changed back with you for the child-sized kettlebell.
Yeah,
So-
but you did it.
We did it. It was good.
Mm-hmm. And my hands, and I've got my calluses
Yeah,
back.
that
and
was a tough one between the deadlift and the row and the farmer carry. Our hands were really
Oh, did I leave the row off?
feeling it.
I left the row off.
You just
sorry.
said TRX, but that's fine.
Okay, great.
We knew.
But it was good.
Yeah,
Good,
good wad, good wad, quick wad, and total body. And when you're on that one leg doing those rows, pull your abs in. You'll get a
I'd
nice,
say so.
good old core
Or
workout.
twerk.
Or twerk.
Definitely twerk.
You should twerk when you're doing that. You'll get lots of looks.
We already do.
Word.
So, any new things to talk about before we get into our topic?
Are we discussing the cop or not?
I thought we already talked about the cop
No, we
last
didn't
week.
talk about the Montgomery County cop.
Oh, then let's talk. Yes, I'm sorry. I
I
forgot
forgot about
part.
that.
Mm.
I just didn't want to bring it down.
No,
But I think it's important.
It's fine.
We are from an area right outside of Washington, D.C., and earlier this week it was reported that a police officer was shot, and everyone's like, oh God, catch the guy, catch the girl that did it, catch the person that did it.
Because
go
he had
find
said that
person.
he was responding to a call of like reckless.
Yeah, he
Teen-
radioed
He made it
something.
sound like teenagers were
Right.
acting crazy on top
In a
of
parking
rooftop.
garage, right?
Yeah, on a rooftop by a downtown city.
He radioed in that, this was going down, and it came out that he committed suicide. He did it. He shot
Did it.
himself.
Well, before we knew all that, the Montgomery County Police Department, they get up to where he says he is, and he's been shot. So now we're listening to the news, and they say police officer is down. We're waiting. There was lots of waiting. There was cops all over the place.
Helicopters.
Yeah.
They closed the
Phil-
schools down.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Phil was working just down the street when
Oh,
it happened.
wow.
So he's like, it was chaos.
But at the same time, when you watched on the news, there wasn't much movement happening.
No.
There was lots of cops there, but they weren't running around, so
And
they
it-
weren't searching.
Well,
so maybe they had an inkling.
Once they got up there,
Once
they
they
must
got
have.
up there, I think they...
Because if he shot himself, his gun then lays.
And there's
Yeah.
pretty clear... Yes. I mean, I think the scene would be pretty clear. There had to have been cameras on the top of that building. They were talking about his body camera
It was turned off.
was turned off. I mean, I think there were... Yeah.
But
a
we
lot.
I don't
knew
think,
the
on
body
a quick
cameras.
side note about the body cameras, I don't think that they should even have an off feature.
Agreed.
Like when I'm charging it, if it has to charge, yeah, go to sleep. But as soon as it is off the cradle...
Well, I think it's... You're right. I mean, because you never know when something's going to happen.
I don't give a shit if you're taking a shit.
And I don't
Right,
think it's I don't think it's that we're looking at what the... Well, it is. It's 50-50. We want to make sure that the cop is responding appropriately.
Uh-huh.
But I fear that they don't turn it on because
They're not acting
think
appropriately.
every teeny tiny thing is going to be picked apart.
Yeah, well...
But I think it should always be on.
It needs to be on. I don't care if you're having lunch and whatever you're talking about. Obviously, I have no reason to look into that footage until something happens.
Correct. Right.
So, yeah, you're having lunch. You're screwing your best friend's girlfriend. But I don't fucking care.
Well, let's hope that you're not... Don't have your camera on you when you're
it might
screwing
be,
your best friend's
it might be
girlfriend.
sitting on the chair, discreetly
Got
videotaping.
it. Okay.
So, it shouldn't go off. I don't think it should go off.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Well, they have it. They can turn
No,
it on.
I know
and off.
it does that. I don't know how it works in terms of their protocol. In terms, so maybe some places are like that. Maybe some places aren't. But there certainly is the ability to turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess the moral of the story is he was clearly suffering from something. Some kind of depression, sadness, something. That is my guess.
I mean,
We
obviously,
don't
he
know.
killed himself.
Yeah.
Seemed like a young man. Like, I mean, he'd been like a 10-year veteran. I mean, he'd been in the...
Yeah.
Right?
But what about the fact that his actions could have gotten somebody else killed?
Oh, for sure. Because they were looking for someone.
They were looking for somebody. Cops are on edge. They're all these things. And if someone just happened to be running by because he was trying to catch his bus,
Right.
because it's downtown Silver Spring, I'm late to school, anything, and whoa, hold on. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not doing anything. And he goes to reach for his cell phone. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy could have gotten somebody killed. I just don't... I feel bad that obviously something was wrong in your life and you're depressed, obviously for you to take your life. But then just
I don't
take your
think
life.
He'd think about that in that
You have to.
moment of desperation. Well, he didn't think about his wife and kids.
Yeah, but you have to. He had to be thinking about what would happen because he called it in like that. He didn't have to call it in like that. He
Yeah.
could have gone up there
Yeah.
and killed his own self.
And
he
not-
had to have known
Well, he also
this could
could
have
have-
repercussions.
He also could have done it off duty.
He was on duty. He was in his...
No, he could have done it.
That's
off
what I'm
duty.
saying. So he not
But
only
you're
killed
right.
himself,
He-
he could have jeopardized someone else, and that was kind of a part of his intention.
Well, I don't know about that.
How could it not be?
His intention was to go without it looking like a suicide.
but someone else could go down for this.
Absolutely.
So that was kind of a part of his intention. I'll go out. It's not suicide. My family will still get my pension, because don't you lose something if you kill yourself? Does that change things?
I don't know.
I don't know about your pension, but certainly life insurance.
Oh, life insurance. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so that changes that element up. So I'm okay, though, as long as my family still makes their money. It's okay if somebody else gets penned for this, or someone else dies for this, because I don't know what's going to go down below me because I've called this in. See what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I completely 100. When you are saying it that way, yes, that makes sense. I just feel like we don't have enough information about how he was found, if there was a note, if there was more radio communication, if there was other things going on that just hasn't been.
I don't think any of that mattered when he called it in. He called it in and said.
But that's the only piece of information we know. We don't know if he called in again and said something, or if he, I'm just saying we just don't know enough information because we weren't there. Based on what we know, I would say yes.
He has to be smart enough to know that the bullet is from his gun. He had
They're
to
gonna
know
figure it
that
out.
They're going to figure it out. So then, like you say, what's the point of trying to pin it on someone else? I don't know.
Right, so that's kind of where I'm at. I just don't understand. I don't know.
So we all just don't understand when you get to that point, because we've never been to that point. Right. So we can't.
When you're in that state of desperation, and I think we've all probably been touched by, knew somebody who had somebody in their life who have been to that point and who have taken their lives, that we just don't know. I mean, you can't imagine that despair.
And I've heard from actually someone that I know knew him, and the son was in the Boy Scout troop with his son, and they said he was always such a great volunteer and came and did the police stuff with this Boy Scout troop, and then he also worked with a foundation that taught music to kids, and he would show up, and the kids were like, never would we ever have said that this man would have done this. And I think it's a bigger topic to explore later, but it's the people that you don't expect are the ones you need to check on, because you never know and you don't think it's going to happen, especially in men, because men don't. And it's, how many times do we hear these stories of mass shootings or crazy shit happening? How many times is it a man?
9 times
Most
out of
of
10.
the time.
And 10 times out of 10 usually. And because men, they have the stigma attached to mental health. They don't go get help, and then shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And they either take it out on themselves, they take it out on someone else. So exploring mental health for men, and as women, we have to identify with our loved ones what's going on, because they don't see it. They don't go to the doctor. They don't take care of these things. So we as women have to
look for the
There's
signs.
only for the signs. That's all you can do, though, is look for the signs. We can't do much else. What about all these cops that have committed suicide in New York?
Oh my gosh,
something
it's outrageous.
is going on. I feel like it was a ring of them that were doing some dirt, and there's an
internal investigation.
Yep. And so they're slowly realizing, oh shit.
Now they haven't said anything like they're linked or anything, right?
Not yet. No. But that could very well be, because the internal investigation needs to keep it as quiet as they can. And as those
because there's other people.
Yeah, as those individuals are catching wind to their parts being found, they're taking themselves out, because it has to be. Like, how can there be? I think it's the 10th one this year.
Right. It's so weird that it's so concentrated within that department. Although I do feel like with the stress of that job, it's probably one of the higher risk professions for something like that.
But then how come it's not happening around other places?
Well, I think it probably is, but probably not in concentration like that.
That's what I mean.
All at the same time.
That's what I mean.
Within months.
So it's just that. It's that we're talking 10 and I don't know, even if it's been 10 in 10 months, it all has happened all this year.
And also it's a bigger, it's a big city that people know.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not going to talk about it in, Podunk, Oklahoma.
If 10 of them did it, I think they would.
Well, if 10 of them did it, yeah.
Well, we just hope this doesn't become something here.
Anywhere else.
We'll see. Does it become an epidemic?
Right. All I know is as a wellness professional, my job is wellness and for adults. And I used to have the job with wellness in the county for police officers, fire, librarians. I don't have that job anymore, but
Are librarians out there shooting up
librarians,
stuff?
they don't. Those bitches are hardcore, let me tell you.
They're scary.
But men don't. They don't talk about it. They don't think about it. They think any attempt at stress management shows that they're weak.
That's how they were raised.
Yeah,
That's how we,
and
as
especially
a
in that
society.
profession. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, because you have to be the manlier you are.
So it's a struggle, but we have to get through that
Yeah.
to help them because they need help because they see a lot of shit and
That's true.
they need it.
And I think this is a good month to talk about this.
Well, all right. It comes
right?
into you wanted to talk about this anyway. Maybe we just don't have. I thought this was a strange topic for us, but clearly it's not. We don't need to talk about our current topic, and we can
Well, I
continue.
mean, I just
Well, we can
wanna
touch
talk
on
about
the current topic, but it is definitely something that I think everybody needs to be aware of. This is Suicide Awareness Month, amongst other things, this month in October. But I think, like Lisa said, we just all have to be aware of the signs. But even when you are aware of the signs, I had a
You don't know
friend
what
and
to
her
do.
son. I mean, they knew. I mean, they'd gotten him help. They'd sent him away, and they'd
Yeah.
done this and they'd done that. And just when you think things are getting better, then things crash again. And
I mean, it's an internal
and,
battle that these
yeah.
people are obviously having.
yeah, I mean, and he was young. I mean, he was 17, and now, but something good always comes out of it. His sister is now went into that profession where she's
Counseling.
in counseling, and she just opened up her own business. But she focuses, and all over New York State, she has done, talks and presentations, and she's just been out there spreading the word, and she's done an amazing job because of that. And so hopefully other people are responding, and hopefully something good is coming out
I think
of
it needs to come from men, though. We've even heard of a lot of kids recently in our
I was
county.
going to say that. What about the
The
kid?
boys, it was at one of the high schools, the mascot. Remember the kid that dressed
Oh
up
my
like the
gosh,
mascot?
yes.
Um,
I forgot about that.
I don't remember.
so we've had a bunch of boys recently, and
Yeah.
that's because again, it's a huge issue
Well,
with boys.
Well, that was a
and-
bullying thing,
and
right?
then what do
Always-
we tell them? We tell them you're not alled to cry.
Mhm.
Always
Be
a
a man.
bullying
Suck
thing with
it
these
up.
kids.
Yeah.
The gay kids that have recently killed themselves because people outed them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's one down
There's the
south
one-
somewhere.
Yes, where they outed him on social
Social
media,
media.
and
He couldn't take it. He took his life.
yeah, that one was sad.
Yeah.
I just listened to a podcast, and it was they were interviewing Monica Lewinsky, and first of all,
What that hoe got to say.
I have to say, you have to listen to it, and your whole impression of her will change.
I don't have a bad impression.
I
of
know,
her.
and I
either.
never did.
Yeah,
I never
what
did.
did she
but
do
if you
wrong?
did, she didn't do anything wrong.
No.
And like she said, she goes, everybody thought that I was like servicing. I was in a servicing relationship. She goes, we had a relationship for 2 years. She goes, we had a relationship. So it's like, it's the perception of everything. But more so, she talked about all that and how she survived through it. But it's what she's doing now. And she's like, and I'm going to get this all wrong, but she's definitely the head of some foundation that is leading the efforts against bullying.
Good.
And so she's really putting she's like, I would never have talked about this 10 years ago. She goes, but now it makes a difference. It's been 20 years. And she goes, it makes a difference, and I can actually use all that to do something good. And she's very well spoken. Oh
She's
my
a
gosh,
smart
she's
girl.
a smart girl.
Do you know what's sad about her? Now that we just talked about her?
Hmm.
She'll never get married.
She said she had, like, after it happened, like, because she went back to college and got her master's degree in psychology, that she had relationships and she had, boyfriends and stuff, but it was very hard for them to separate
That's what I'm talking about.
who they knew, who they were in love with, and who they cared about with the
persona.
public's persona.
But you don't think now? She
No,
couldn't
I don't
find
think
a
that she'll
guy?
ever get married. I don't think a man can handle the social stresses that would come from being married to Monica Lewinsky. I
Because-
think they're too weak.
Because what happened wasn't against the law, none of that stuff. And had that happened to somebody else,
If
right?
it wasn't the president, it would be, yeah.
She has become almost a,
She's like a leper.
well, not just that, but she's part of pop history.
Sure.
Right? You know, she's part of this whole thing.
But so's Kim Kardashian, but anybody would marry her. It's because
Just the perception,
the perception of with the president.
Yeah.
And, you know, you were a slut, and the way that they treated her.
Well, she was the scapegoat.
But
Yeah.
do you think also it's the time that it happened where there was only one media source discussing it and it wasn't her, where today with Instagram and Twitter, she could have been like,
Well,
bullshit,
she couldn't,
this is me.
because for 2 years it was in
She just couldn't?
the legal system, so she wasn't allowed to say any. She couldn't defend herself. And she couldn't even talk to her brother, because then he would get pulled into the legal
so even
stuff.
today, if it happened today, she still would have that same thing where she had a gag order basically,
Yeah.
and she couldn't come out and fight. So the same thing would happen today for her situation.
But it could have gone. I don't know. Social media can go one way or the other. You could have had so much more support for her,
Maybe, yeah.
or because I mean, dear God, look at
Could've
our
been.
president now,
Right.
right? I mean, we are so much more accepting of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, but to be fair, it was never really about her and him having an affair. It was all about trying to catch him in a lie.
Yeah, of course.
So if he's a liar about this, then
Yeah.
he's a liar about everything.
Of course.
So,
But that, again, had nothing to do with her. She went down because she was a homewrecker. She was a slut. How could she do this? What was wrong with her? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she'll never, that woman
but
will
we've
never get married.
since come through the Me Too movement, and
You would
we've
hope.
had that woman, what's her face, stand up against the Supreme Court in the Supreme
oh,
Court.
right.
Like,
About
and
the
you
doctor.
just sit on Twitter and you read all of the support for her. I bet if 20 years ago we had Twitter, you would have had people and the confidence that women have
Yeah.
now to say, she's let her do what she wants. Like,
I think
hope
you're
so.
right. If
I would
this
hope
is a
so.
different time.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Mhm.
But I feel bad for her.
oh.
Because, not that she has to want to get married. You know, I don't give a shit.
But
marriage is
you
marriage.
wonder if
Yeah, you know, of course, when it's just like a person who can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, now, of course, I have to want to have a baby. You know, I don't want to have any kids, but I can get pregnant. So, no
I
big
watched
deal,
90
right?
Day Fiance.
Yeah.
She could find someone on this planet.
Who?
90 Day Fiance.
Right. You're saying if they can find
She
someone,
could find someone.
and it
on
didn't.
this
She didn't
planet.
say whether she was or wasn't in a. They didn't even talk about
She just
that.
might not trust a relationship.
Maybe she is in a relationship.
I'm not saying she's not in
Yeah.
relationships, guys. I think she's very well had relationships, you know, the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I simply feel no man is strong enough to put a ring on her finger.
Although someone was strong enough to put a ring on what's her name, who was on trial in Italy.
Oh, right.
That's different.
Why?
Totally different.
A murderer? Or I'm not saying she is, but someone who's perceived to be a murderer.
I don't know. I don't think it doesn't come with the same "you screwed the president."
Well,
and the
you
way
know
that
what
they dragged
you
her.
want to know what it is? Is she's looked at as if she were the person who betrayed Hillary, betrayed America. Right, and she's the symbol for that.
Yeah, the stigma on
I
her
see
is
what you're
totally
saying.
But I'll
different.
bet there's some fucked up guy out there who, like...
Okay, but
he's
she doesn't
into
want that.
No, true. She's smart enough to not...
Yeah, she doesn't want
She's
that.
not desperate.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm totally she could Oprah
It's
instead me the
so-
shit out of a
yeah.
relationship, but I don't. I feel like that's because she doesn't have that option.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well,
I think
what about
it's-
kids, too? I mean, she could have her own kid. She doesn't need a
Yeah.
man to have a kid.
That's true.
But she's never...
But then look at how that looks about her. Again, about society again. So she's like, screw it. I don't need a man. I don't want to be married, but I'm ready to have a kid. Then they're going to say, poor Monica. She couldn't find anybody. You know, again, they're
Well-
going to continue to, they just want to beat up on that poor woman.
But it seems like doesn't give a shit
I
about
hope.
what
She
they
says
say.
she's got
She's
nieces
made
and
it.
nephews that she's just adores, and she's
But in her heart,
right.
But in her heart, if she wants a kid, have a kid. Don't worry. She might just worry that kid will be
all of it.
bullied for the rest of that child's
I'm
life.
going to be talked about. The kids.
I mean,
gonna be
she
talked
was
about.
saying that just recently. It's like, you know, people. Oh, and she did say, and they have the Lewinsky name. She did say something about her nieces and nephews having the Lewinsky name.
Oh, so then it's gonna come back.
But she said, but they're okay, you know. But she was saying it was just recently that, you know, people are looking at like her dad differently because he's like a oncology radiologist or something. That in the hospital now, he's getting all sorts of support from people, and
now they realize they can come around.
Right.
But they treated him like shit before.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So probably not everybody, but I'm certainly, you know, it was all the talk. But you know, when that happened, I went to France for a while, and I remember riding the train and just talking to some people, and they're like, "Oh, you're from the U.S.," and they just started laughing. And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh yeah, Clinton and Lewinsky," and they thought, "That's so funny. You guys are all concerned about that
because it's happened to them, and they're not like that."
The French president had a mistress his entire time, and they're like, "You guys are making such a big deal out of nothing."
They laugh at us on a regular.
Oh yeah,
today they should.
Yeah, well, they totally do today. But I think that they always think that we are, you know, Americans are, you know,
we
just little pansies.
Well, I know we are about a lot of things.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't either, but it was a great
Monica.
chat.
Oh, because she was in the bullying, bullying
mental
thing.
health.
Yeah.
All right, girls. Well, I think we're done. It's a good day.
We were going to talk about something else, but you know, as always, we always lead ourselves in different directions.
It happens organically.
It really does. We're so organic.
Did we introduce ourselves today? Hey guys, I'm Trisha.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Kim.
And
Thanks for listening to Deadlifts and
we haven't sang anything.
We're about to.
Well,
Thank you.
No.
Oh, and just on the way, because you sounded like Frank Sinatra for a second there. On the way to taking Riley up to the bar this morning, she puts on her playlist. Frank Sinatra comes on. I'm like, what the hell? I go, you're listening to Frank? She goes, who's Frank? I go, Jesus. I'm like the guy who's singing.
The man singing. Right
She goes,
now.
oh, this was on TikTok. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, well, I'll take it.
I would, yeah. One day she'll want to know.
Fly me to the moon.
Oh, that's so cute.
Anyway.
All right, there you go. Fly me to the moon
and let me
play.
I just heard it this morning and I can't remember the words.
Let me see what spring is like on
Jupiter and Mars.
That's all
In
I
other
know.
words.
Yes.
Oh, keep going.
You know more?
Please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh.
Ba-dum-bum.
I love you guys.
This sappy bitch.
Oh, I love you too.
Bye. Happy
That was not
birthday.
sincere.
Okay. Think about you.
My butt's asleep.
Her butt is sweating.
No, it's asleep.
And asleep. I'm going to punch her in her cheeks. Her butt cheeks. Bye now.